Memory is supposed to move forward. You are born, you live, you remember. But sometimes memory arrives late, carrying weight from a life that ended somewhere else. Tonight's file was never handled by police or courts. It was sealed by researchers who realized too late they were studying something that could not be put back. People began reporting memories they had never lived. Not dreams, not fantasies, full lives, complete with lost love, guilt, and endings they could still feel. These memories did not fade with time. They embedded themselves deeper than real experiences, as if they had survived something reality itself did not. This is not a story about imagination, but about what remains when a version of the world quietly fails and leaves fragments behind. The first recorded case involved a middle-aged man with no history of delusion, trauma, or illness. He arrived requesting grief counseling for a wife no one could find. There was no marriage license, no shared address, no photographs, no digital footprint. Every record insisted the woman he loved had never existed. When doctors explained this, he didn't argue, he didn't panic. He simply asked why he remembered holding her hand as her body cooled. He described the hospital room precisely, the smell of disinfectant, the sound of a cart rolling past during her final breath. Medical staff tested his memory aggressively. They reframed questions, suggested alternatives, or it resisted correction. Brain scans revealed activity consistent with lived experience. Emotional centers responded as if processing genuine loss, not constructed narrative. One neurologist wrote a note that would later be removed. It read, "These memories behave like survivors." As weeks passed, the man developed behaviors tied to dates that held no meaning in his actual life. He mourned anniversaries that did not officially exist. He avoided streets he had never visited, reacted emotionally to songs he had never heard. When asked why, he said they belonged to the other life. He did not claim confusion. He claimed continuity. He said his life had not begun again, it had continued, carrying something extra with it. Within months, similar patients appeared in different cities, different countries, with no connection to each other or the original case. A woman remembered working as a nurse for over a decade, despite never attending medical school. She knew procedures her hands performed automatically. A teenager recalled combat experiences with sensory details so vivid it triggered physical stress responses during interviews. An elderly man described drowning at sea, then waking up decades earlier, confused to find himself young again. Each patient remembered not just moments, but full narrative arcs, childhoods, responsibilities, consequence, lives that felt completed. Doctors searched for overlap, shared locations, shared people, shared events. There were none, except for one thing. Every patient remembered a single moment when everything stopped. They described a pause, not darkness, not unconsciousness, just stillness, as if reality held its breath. Some said time froze around them. Others said they were the only thing still moving. They all remembered a corridor. Long, narrow, featureless, dimly lit, endless. At the end of the corridor was a door. No markings, no handle, just a door they understood without explanation. None of them remembered opening it, but all of them remembered knowing what was behind it. Doctors asked patients to draw the moment independently. No prompts, no shared space, no time pressure. Every drawing showed the same corridor, the same door, the same perspective. The drawings differed only in how close the patient stood to the door. The suppressed research team began studying the phenomenon under neurological classification, not psychiatric. They proposed that reality does not collapse cleanly when outcomes fail. Some timelines terminate abruptly. When they do, not everything disappears. Experience can transfer, not bodies, not matter, but resolve consciousness fragments. The second memories were not imagined. They were inherited from lives that ended elsewhere. This explained why the memories felt complete, why they carried emotional weight, why they did not decay. Patients began experiencing side effects, displacement, guilt, longing for people who never existed here. Some felt responsible for families they no longer had. Others felt ashamed for surviving when their remembered world did not. One patient stood in an empty field crying, insisting it used to be his home. He said, "I left people behind who never got a second chance." Researchers asked a dangerous question. Why these people? Why them and not everyone? The answer was disturbing. They were unfinished. Their timelines were flexible, unanchored, capable of continuing when another version collapsed. Everyone else ended with their reality. These individuals did not. The youngest documented case was a 7-year-old child, too young to fabricate complex narratives, too young to understand death the way he described it. He calmly explained dying in a house fire, smoke, heat, panic, then silence. He said he woke up here afterward, confused but alive. When asked if he missed his old life, he answered quietly, "I don't think it was mine, I think I was borrowing it." Shortly after, the research program was shut down. Files were sealed, diagnoses rewritten, second memories reclassified as stress-related anomalies. But one internal note remained. It warned that cases were increasing, not decreasing, not because of trauma, but because more timelines were failing. Most people experience déjà vu at least once. That sudden certainty you have been somewhere before, without knowing why. What if it isn't familiarity? What if it's memory without ownership? If you've ever mourned something you cannot name, felt nostalgia for a place you've never been, or sensed your life restarted quietly, you may not be broken, you may be continuing. Some lives end, others remember them. These files were never meant to be reopened. Welcome to Unseen Files.